downtown Road Town, day 5 of the Caribbean Basketball Confederation Men's 2015 Championships with Game 1 matchup, Bermuda versus Antigua. We saw Bermuda defeating Suriname in yesterday's play, and also Antigua suffering their first loss of the tournament to the hands of Bahamas. So a nice exciting matchup as both teams are 2 for 1. Now, what do you expect here, Kyle?
Well, I expect a very intense game as the winner would advance to 3-1 and get second place in Group B, meaning they will advance to the semifinal rounds of this Caribbean Basketball Championships. And that keeps alive of playing for Central, the dream of playing for Central Basket alive.
Yeah, as I expect, as well as you said, it should be a high intense game as semi spot is on the line for both teams.
Kind of creates an interesting dynamic in a group play game. Even though it's a group play game, it's winner, not necessarily go home, you still have the consolation round, but it's win in advance in the tournament.
On the floor for Antigua, we have Luby. We have Luby, Robinson, McCoy. We have McCoy, Joshua Richardson, Luby, and Scott for Antigua. For Bermuda, starting 5 for Bermuda, we have Crumpler, Simons, that's Steve Simons, Lee, Phillips, and Jones as we are on the way, controlled by and that's Crumpler. He was hot yesterday, knocking him down from a distance to Phillips. Phillips backs in, puts his head down, lost his footing to Lee. 3 on the clock. Nice block there by Luby. Forced the shot clock violation. To Scott. Back on top to Richardson. Nice ball denial there on the inside by Bermuda. Back out to Richardson. Baseline 3, no good. Simons comes down with the rebound to Crumpler. Crumpler lost the handle, but it remains with Bermuda.
You see Crumpler there not settling for the three-pointer, even though he had it going early yesterday.
Well, probably try to find his shot to get his rhythm going. As we know, sometimes as a shooter, as you come out in games, you look to fire away, you tend to be a little off. Sometimes it's a free throw or a made layup, a basket, helps your rhythm. As a nice inbound there by Simons. Simons wide open. Simons short on that one. As we said, Kyle, it's intense early. And right at the rim, a beautiful pass there by Scott to Luby as he finishes with the two-hand. That's Crumpler. Simons, again, nice head fake. Just inside with a nice...
And that's what you said. You know, sometimes getting the rhythm going, you got to step inside the arc a bit, hit a nice jumper, see the ball go through the hoop.
As initially he missed the first and not settling for it again as he stepped in. And we have a call on the low end. Once again, if you are joining us here, coming from the Multipurpose Sports Complex, this is Game 1 action and a chance for both teams with a chance to head on to semis in the CBC games.
And that's Luby right now with 5 points for Antigua, starting the game being their main source of offense.
That's Crumpler. Crumpler with the ball. Over to Simons. Nice inside. Jones. Over to Lee. Back to Crumpler. Turns the corner. Off the glass. Too strong. Oh, nice play there by Jones as he is blocked as Luby comes from out of play and
Nice
the
hustle
shot.
there from Luby as he came from out of bounds to make that one.
A nice play there by Luby as he ran from out of play to block Jones, who initially stole the pass that Luby saved.
Yeah. I mean, you saw Luby go out of bounds and then come back and still make the block.
What a hustle play there by Luby. Joshua. As he splits.
Getting a little too aggressive there.
6-2 is your early score in favor of the yellow team with the black stripes on the side versus Bermuda in blue. Antigua, a slight 6-2 lead. That's Phillips. Phillips. And we have an offensive foul here.
Bermuda having a little trouble getting it early here, going early here.
Yeah, well, they have. Yesterday it was the deep ball working for them, and as we see, left to see if they have the touch again today versus this big team. Antigua has size. They have bigs on the inside. Their bigs can disrupt you whole game. Luby and Joshua. That's Scott. Nice rip there by Phillips as it's stolen back.
Unhappy with the call there.
And that's a blocking foul. As we see Bermuda picking up some early fouls, early team fouls.
And that one's tough. There was just 2 seconds left on the shot clock. Now it gets reset to 14. So,
as we see, Phillips has been doing a nice job in this tournament as he is averaging 14 points per game. So he is very effective.
the 3-point is no good. And Antigua gets the offensive rebound again.
That's Edward. That's Joshua. As he misses. Very nice close game as Phillips brings it up to Jones, to Lee. Lee out to Simons. Fires away. It misses. That's McCoy. And originally missed the dunk, but it
Got the
bobbled,
bounce.
yeah, it bobbled in.
Hard to say that on a dunk usually. You don't usually hear us say that one.
Yeah. That's McCoy. He's got it. Crumpler over to Phillips. Lee. Phillips. And the shot again.
Third time, not the charm there. Man, defense causing some problems.
Really is, as Joshua is wide open. Couldn't convert on the wide open three-pointer. That's Simons. Steve Simons back to Phillips. It's an 8-2 lead for the yellow team, Antigua. Another shot clock winding down. Phillips. In the hands of McCoy. McCoy. Good defense there by Phillips. As we see Robinson able to finish over the outstretched hand of Phillips. Time out, Bermuda. And also remember, do hit us up. Follow us here on Twitter at Carib Basket on Twitter. Also follow us and like our page on Facebook at Caribbean Basketball Confederation. You send us your tweets, rep your name, as me and Kyle had all game long.
Well, early on in this game, you can see Antigua with the early 8-0 points in the paint advantage and Bermuda's struggling from the field, hasn't scored a basket in 3 minutes. So we need to see something different from Bermuda. It seems like the man-to-man defense by Antigua, getting up in their shooters, not really allowing them to get a clean look at the basket, has been really effective early on.
Also, they're just shooting a measly 14%. And as we saw yesterday, they had a deep ball working as they're 0 for 3. Simons, he missed a couple threes. So it's left to see if they can get a deep ball touch going here, as it was very effective for them yesterday.
And as we see, Jason and Jonathan Lowe check into the game for Bermuda.
That's Crumpler. Guarded by, ooh, nice
move
over there by Crumpler. Out to Lee. That's Jason Lowe. Phillips pulls. Phillips, another 3-point miss, and it's not looking good from beyond the arc for Bermuda early. Across court. Right back on top to McCoy. McCoy down to Robinson. Robinson spins away, lost the handle in the hands of Bermuda and Phillips, as Phillips looks to push. A nice pass by Phillips, high off the glass, over the outstretched hand of Luby.
Nice finish there to kind of get a layup back and start the game scoring again. And then a defensive stop there, so after that timeout, Bermuda's looking much improved already.
And that's Low on the defense, as he was just inserted. So coming out of that timeout, as you said, Low wide open. Another miss from behind the arc for Bermuda. They're really struggling.
0 for 5 now in this first
Robinson
quarter.
falls down. Saved. It's saved. And an outlet pass to Phillips, who initially saved the ball, observed the contact, and finishes at the rim.
Well, that was a nice play by Phillips. Made the steal, had to save it or he was going to go out of bounds. The momentum took him out of bounds. He was able to run the floor and get that and one for Bermuda.
Also a beautiful pass to set him up with Crumpler. As we see Robinson on the floor.
Looks like an ankle, but he's getting up right now. That's Richardson. As Surgeon and Davis make their way into the game for the first time.
Richardson goes out, as seemed to have twisted his ankle just a little.
We'll have more for you if we get any information.
A nice spurt here in the first, coming out of that timeout for Bermuda. As Phillips misses on the free throw. That's Scott. Scott to Davis, fresh in the game. To Scott. Scott misses the rebound by Phillips. And here comes Bermuda. Ahead to Low. Low inside to Low. That's Jonathan. Jonathan.
He draws a foul.
Nice work of nice feet work there by Jonathan. Using the pivot. Gets around the defender, and now he's headed to the line. But a beautiful move.
As he gets to the line, we get our first shout out on Twitter today. It's Antigua. It's for Antigua and Barbuda basketball. From Antigua, Barbuda, and Barbuda basketball, their team page. Let's get this team, Antigua and Barbuda, cheering on their team.
Well, as we said, just keep the tweets coming. We do like to see the fans being very active and responsive on Twitter. Although your team cannot see you, we know in spirit they know you're back home or wherever you're at. You are repping to the fullest, as he sinks both, and it's a 6-0 run there for Bermuda.
After that timeout,
Inside to Surgeon. Surgeon goes to work. Spins away. Short, beautiful defense there by Bermuda. Phillips. Saved by Crumpler. Nice back pass. That's low. Jonathan too strong off the glass. Battle. And Surgeon. Surgeon. Stolen by Crumpler.
Oh.
Nice pass. A beautiful pass.
Oh, man.
Blinding the defense. And it's all tied up at 10 apiece. Bermuda out of the
That's an interesting way to find the trailer.
Run. That's Joshua. Joshua one-on-one with Phillips. Gives it back to Surgeon. Surgeon across court. Scott. Got it. Dealing. That's a three-pointer by Scott.
Yo, that Crumpler pass, man.
Boy, and that pass was silky smooth.
Wish we had replay for you guys if you missed it.
Crumpler for the answer. Crumpler too strong. We saw Antigua coming out in the first quarter on a nice 10-2 run, but after that timeout, an 8-0 run by Bermuda to get right back in the game.
Very strong response, and the assertion of both the lows definitely helped the fact.
It definitely did. Inserting both Jason and Jonathan Lowe out of the timeout, and that was very effective for Bermuda.
Yeah, very effective.
As we see, Riley gets his first action here today. Almost stolen. Picked up by McCoy. Davis. Too strong. As we see number 9, Burton for Antigua, who checks in and gets his first action as Joshua will sit. 13-10. And it's stolen by Riley and Bermuda. Almost stolen back there by Scott. In the hands of Phillips. Phillips guarded by Scott. To Low. Jason. Jason. To Jones. Jones. To Jason. Jason. Heists one, and it's an air ball. Nice defense there by Antigua.
Defender all up in his grill on that one. Not able to get a clean look at the basket.
Not at all. That was a tough shot. Credit the defense from Antigua. Bermuda 0 for 7 from the three-point line. Not good. A nice drive there by Burton as he was just inserted.
Way to be aggressive, get in the game. You see your lane to go through, and he, even though unable to hit the shot, he's able to get the line and has the chance to hit some free throws right here.
Sometimes that's all you need to do. Be aggressive, going to the basket. Even sometimes if you do not finish at the rim, you can earn them at the free throw line. As he misses the second, but he splits a pair. Crumpler looking to push. He's guarded by Scott. Over to Jones. Jones to Jason Lowe. Lowe to Riley. Riley. Rip the outlet to Scott. Scott throws it down easily in on the break. A nice strip there for Antigua as Scott was leading the break and flushes with the two-hander. That's Crumpler. Crumpler over the low.
Six to shoot on the shot clock.
Not a very good possession there by Bermuda. Another shot clock violation. And as we saw the 8-0 run for Bermuda, Antigua has responded right back.
Well, basketball's a game of runs, and we've already seen 3 separate runs in this first quarter. Antigua going up 10-2, then Bermuda coming back and tying it up at 10 apiece, and now Antigua's on a 6-0 run right now to end the quarter. Looks like they're going to have the last shot as well.
As Robinson's breaks free. That's Davis. Davis, no good. A nice quarter by both teams, but from the three-point line, not a very good start for Bermuda, and we will be back with you at the start of the second. All right, folks, we are back here with you. Game 1 here on day 5 of the CBC games from downtown Rotan, Tortola. Kyle, what are we looking like on our social media?
Well, since the last time we checked, we have 2 tweets that we're going to read on air. Joey McKenzie says, Team Antigua Barbuda, Bulldogs, one team. Showing some love for Antigua, while Trina Nicole is back from yesterday. She was very active, claimed to be Bermuda's #1 fan. She said, let's go Bermuda, Simon's brothers.
You know it all day, all day. And Bermuda, let's see what they come out in the start of this quarter with. Crumpler falling away. The battle controlled by Antigua.
And earns a jump ball. A lot of contact there.
A lot of contact as he's shaking up now. That's Robinson.
Remember, winner of this game
Richardson
gets second place in Group B and a semifinal spot.
I expect a tough game, hard-fought game, down to the wire game in this one.
We're only a quarter into it, too. Already a couple momentum shifts.
Yeah,
back and forth, back and forth.
And it's a low-scoring affair thus far. That's Scott. Scott to Richardson. Richardson down low. Surgeon goes to work, misses. That's low with the rebound. Jonathan, to be exact. Here comes Crumpler all the way, looks to flush and misses as Jason rips it in the hands of Riley to Crumpler. Across court, that's low, Jason. as I did not see that coming from Crumpler.
Unable to finish. But nice elevation.
But that's what you want to see, the aggression going to the basket. He just has to convert on the dunk.
Crumpler had finished that. He's making his own Sports Center highlight reel this game.
I'm telling you, man. As you can see, it is very intense and edgy in this game. Both teams with a 2-1 record. Davis goes baseline, blew the layup. Phillips.
Both teams scoreless here in the second.
Phillips. To low. Jason. Crumpler fires away. Bang, and that's the first one. Able to hit for Bermuda, and Crumpler sinks it from distance.
0 of 8 before that, but Bermuda happy to see that one go down.
Nice defense there by Jonathan Lowe as Crumpler looks to break free from the defense. He starts the dance. He's guarded by Burton. Crumpler, nice cut there, stolen by Richardson. It's a 2-on-1. And Crumpler fouls Scott.
I like that foul there from Crumpler on the breakaway. Just smacking the arm down so he's not able to even put the ball towards the rim, making him earn it from the line.
Yeah, that's what you have to do. That's a smart play there by Crumpler. Fouling Scott and let him earn it at the line. As on the other end, Crumpler knocks down the first three-pointer for Bermuda and probably can get himself going, as yesterday he was just lighting it up.
And I like to see more from Crumpler and Phillips if I'm Bermuda. And something to look on the positive side, that's their first three. They've been struggling, and they're still very much so in this ball game.
As you said, Simons was in earlier. He had a couple good looks, as well as Crumpler, but he sinks the first. And as Scott hit both.
Off the mark again.
Back on top as they reset. 18-3 is the score. Crumpler's guarded by Burton. Crumpler looking to dance. Crumpler pulls another one as he's trying to get it going as Burton has it.
Sometimes when you're a shooter, you just got to keep shooting until it falls.
Baseline, Scott. Good. Another three for Antigua and another one for Scott. 21-13, Phillips. Riley. Back to Phillips. Phillips on top to Crumpler. Crumpler thought about it. Cross court, wide open. Another one for Bermuda as that's Jason Lowe hits that. And here comes Bermuda not letting Antigua run away. 21-16, a 5-point lead. Oh, a nice poke away there.
It's going to stay down here.
As we see both teams are trying to get the long ball working. As Scott, he hit for Antigua, and on the other end, Jason Lowe. Nice pass. Oh, blew the layup right under the rim was Burton. 21-16 now is the score in favor of the yellow team, Antigua. That's Simons. Steve, he is back in to Phillips. That's to Jonathan. Jonathan Lowe inside to Riley. Riley puts his head down, too strong. Riley battles and controlled by Antigua.
As Jonathan Lowe pulls Riley away, was going to say something to the official. Didn't want to get attacked.
A wise move there by Jonathan, getting his teammate out of frustration, did not get the call and was jawing at the official.
And Bermuda struggles from three-point land. So far have been the story. That's maybe why we see Jason Simons check into the game. He's a sniper.
Yeah, he has been all tournament. As we see Richardson inside to Luby. Luby, he's doubled. Back out to Richardson.
As some words are exchanged.
Okay, and nice sportsmanship there, as it was just a tough foul. Yeah, we like to see that, as Jonathan Lowe fouled. He wrapped Luby up.
And once again, that's another type of foul that I do like, making them earn it. It was going to be an easy layup or dunk for Luby. Lowe made sure that didn't happen.
Yeah, that's good to make a Luby. And as it wasn't in,
it wasn't even in the shooting process yet, so the ball's reset on the floor.
Out to Richardson. Richardson guarded.
And then Lowe picks up at second right here, though. That one's a little cheap, though. The first one I like. That one you can't be picking up, though, as he may have to sit with with 5:57 left in this first half, second quarter.
Out to Richardson. Richardson. Stolen in the hands of Phillips. Phillips. As we see Luby, the trailer. But you got to count the basket, I think. Actually, he pushed. I thought it hit the glass before he got the block. It was not a golden, it was a push in the back there.
Chance to make it a one-possession game here.
As we see Phillips heads to the line. The first one is good. And now the deficit is 4 for Bermuda. 21-17. As he sinks the second. That's a 3-point lead now for Antigua. 21-18. We're in the second quarter with 5 minutes and 40 seconds and ticking away. That's McCoy. McCoy. Good defense. Good defense there. As Luby was blocked.
That's surprising. Way to get up for Phillips. Earn the jump in the possession arrows Bermuda basketball, as they now have the chance.
Yeah, nice defense there by Phillips. That's as Simons thought about it. Simons out to Simons. Simons for the tie. No. Rebounded by Jones. Jones.
That's
strong
Lowe.
underneath.
That's Jonathan Lowe underneath.
Yeah. Luby. Luby short on the layup.
Back and forth game we have going so far.
With the type of looks the Simon brothers has been getting, that's not good going forward all game long.
I mean, Jason hasn't had an attempt yet, but Steve
McCoy
has a
nice
couple.
move as he blew the layup. Scott is there on the follow. That's Jason Simons back to Lee. 23-18 now is the score. To Jonathan. Over to Simons Jason. And he misses on the three-pointer. Across court. Scott. Scott, it bobbles out, rim out on the three. Both teams looking to get it going here from distance. Phillips. Phillips is guarded by Richardson. Oh, splits the defense. Right to Simons. He steps in.
That's Steve Simons.
Oh, nice finish there by Richardson.
Off the mark right there from Jason Simons. And Bermuda's rough shooting continues from downtown. As we have a slight break in the action, Trina Nicole's back at us saying, Sniper Simons now on the court for Bermuda. Light it up, J Money.
That's his nickname, J Money.
J Money. Unable to hit on his first two attempts. Maybe he'll be able to get it going now.
We can see Antigua winning the points in the paint battle, 14-6.
And that was a dunk right there.
A thunderous two-hand by Luby. 27-18 now to Lee. Oh, nice move there by Lee. Threw it away. Ahead to McCoy. McCoy easy on the break. 29-18. Timeout Bermuda. What are some early team stats here for us, Kyle?
Well, I think the most defining stat right now has to be Bermuda's shooting from behind the arc. I don't think it stays going this way as they have a lot of shooters, as we've been seeing so far this tournament. But right now they're 2 of 16 and 13% from downtown. If I was them, I would have to start putting my head down and try and draw some fouls, get to the line, get your rhythm back. Because right now the shots just aren't falling. Even though they have fell earlier in this tournament, you need to find something else, something to give their shooters a little bit more space. They've had some looks that on most days you would think their shooters would be able to hit. They're just not dropping right now.
Yeah, they have been getting good looks, as you said. Especially Steve Simons, he has been getting good looks all day, but unable to hit the open shot. And as you said,
I don't expect that trend to continue.
I don't, and it's not good defense if you're Antigua as well.
Well, I mean, credit where credit's due, though. Antigua holding Bermuda just 21% from the floor in this first half, as they have got their lead up to 11, and they're also out-rebounding Bermuda by 5 early on. So even with all these misses on the long attempts, you sometimes see the long rebounds go to the offensive team, but Antigua's been able to control that and limit the second chance opportunities.
As that's a holding foul called. Crumpler to Jones, to Simons, to Lee, to Crumpler.
Gotta keep shooting. There we go. Crumpler's able to hit 2 of their 3 threes right now.
As we know, he can light it up. Crumpler can light it up. McCoy, nice drive there by McCoy. It's a 10-point lead now. Here comes Phillips. Backs down. Phillips to the rim. What a block by Luby.
Not today, said Luby.
Luby says, get that weak stuff out of here, with a hefty block on Phillips. But the ball remains with Bermuda. As we see Simons taking a seat as Jason Lowe is in. That's Crumpler. Crumpler misses on that one. The long rebound to Richardson. Almost threw it away. McCoy to Scott. Nice bounce pass to Richardson. And he is fouled.
And once again, you see, when Bermuda's fouling these layup attempts, they're making sure the ball doesn't even get up. They're making sure, they're making them earn it. And that's what you see in these type of games where it's winning in advance.
That you cannot allow the slasher to get the ball up. As you see, he misses on the first. So a nice foul there by Bermuda. But Antigua, being the aggressor early, getting to the foul line and getting to the basket. As he misses both, and that's Jason Lowe with the rebound. Phillips. Crumpler. Jones to to low to Phillips.
5 to shoot.
A nice finish there by Jones as he got the offensive rebound.
I like what I see by Phillips. He's trying to drive and penetrate, and that might open up some of these shooters for Bermuda.
Scott got Joshua. A tough move there by Joshua, somehow getting it to go in heavy traffic. It's a 10-point lead once again. Phillips.
Just 4 to shoot.
Jason.
Off the side of the backboard after it did appear to take a
Joshua
deflection from the defender.
Richardson. Across court. Joshua. Short. Luby. Good, but not good on the follow-up.
You thought that one was going down.
Yeah, it had looked nice on the release, but tough luck on that one for Luby. As we see, Bermuda will probably get it for the last possession, where they can at least cut the deficit to single digits headed into the second half of this ball game. 33 to 23.
Pass gets deflected now. 3.7 seconds remain. You got to think you're going to run a quick inbound play here and get a shooter free.
I want the ball in Crumpler's hands. And exactly that's what they do.
As the clock did not start, we take this one into the break with Antigua leading 33-23 over Bermuda. And we'll be right back with a halftime report before the start of the second half.
Fantastic basketball fans, sporting fans, we are back here with you just before the start of the third quarter, bringing your halftime report. Keno Gums alongside Kyle Murphy. Kyle, what are the stats for the first half for both?
Well, Antigua shooting 41% from the field, very impressive so far. Wow. Bermuda is 3 of 18 from downtown, and that's been the key. Antigua has a 5 rebound advantage over Bermuda right now as they are able to control the glass, not allowing second chance points. Scott is the leading scorer from Antigua with 12, while Crumpler has 6 for Bermuda. Down low, Luby's got 6 board, while Lowe, that's Jonathan Lowe, has 4 rebounds. And then on blocks, Luby's got 3 for Antigua, and Jonathan Lowe's got 2. So pretty impressive game from both the big men, really doing a lot of work in the paint.
Yes, as we said earlier, both teams 2-1 record, and this is a very important game for both, as the winner, they will take second spot in Group B play for semi.
And that semifinal spot will likely face the winner of the U.S. Virgin Islands BVI game in the first round of in the semifinals.
Yeah, of course, as it's very important what has been going on our social media before we head back to the action.
Well, we got some shout-outs from both sides. Sailor Moon says, Antigua, we need to come out during the third quarter, kill him. That has been our weakest quarter. Not impressed with the second quarter from Antigua. As Morris Correa says, okay, Bermuda, time to shine. Let's see.
Let's see.
Second half underway.
Shining time, and that's a good start for Bermuda as Riley with the steal. Here comes Crumpler to Riley. Riley gets his head down. A nice move there by Riley. What a start for Bermuda. Steal and finishes on the other end. 23-25 now.
Almost another one. Luby got called for Riley got called for the reach, was telling the ref to watch Luby's screens. Thought he was moving a bit.
As you can see, the defensive intensity has gone up a notch for Bermuda. McCoy left open. Luby misses.
And then picks up a cheap foul underneath.
Luby for Antigua, he has been averaging 9 points, 8.7 if you round it up. That's 9 points for this Antigua club on the tournament. That's Steve Simons. Crumpler. No,
Shot
Riley
still not
on
falling.
the offensive glass to Simons. Finds Phillips cutting. A nice move. A nice tap there by Riley as he followed the initial
I like Riley
layup.
with the start here in the second half. 4 points. Didn't start the game, but he's come out and really, he's the only person to score yet so far in this half.
And on defense, he is stifling. As we see Steve putting his body on the line. So on both ends, Bermuda jumping out with a nice start here in the second half and the third quarter. 33-27. That's
Like you said, that defense really started to pick it up. 3 scoreless possessions to start the quarter for Antigua.
Crumpler puts his head down to the rim. Blocked from behind in the hands of McCoy. McCoy to Richardson. Richardson. That's Scott. Scott, why not? Drops it from beyond the arc. 36-27.
That's Scott's third 3 of the game.
A block there by Luby. Good defense by Antigua as Antigua now starts to pick it up. To Joshua. Oh, he lost the handle. In the hands of Jonathan Lowe to Crumpler. Wide open. Riley thought about it inside. A nice pass there as Crumpler goes crashing to the canvas.
And if that's on McCoy, that's going to be his 4th foul of the game. And quickly off the bench for Antigua, we see it come. And McCoy's going to have to take a seat with foul trouble. That could be a difference here, you know, picking up that foul, having to sit. That's a starting point guard.
As we see Crumpler hits the first, it can be a major difference, as that's the starting point guard, and it all flows with McCoy and his presence on the defensive end as well, as Crumpler
It's highly unlikely we're going to see him anytime in this 3rd quarter.
That's Richardson. Living above the rim, tried to throw it down with the two-hander, and he was fouled by Riley. A strong move to the basket by Richardson. And it seems like every time Bermuda has make a run, Antigua was able to respond. Good on both of free throws as he sinks a pair in the hands of Crumpler. Crumpler guarded by Joshua. Crumpler.
Oh, nice move
Breaks
there.
free. Nice move there by Crumpler as it was partially blocked. Luby tried to save it.
Even though that shot wasn't good from Crumpler, early on in this half you see him not settling for the three-pointer as it hasn't been falling for Bermuda.
Yeah.
He's going to the rim.
Well, in the first half, he was able to hit 2, but not settling for it right here. As we see, that's a nice pass to Phillips.
And Phillips now hits. I like that Bermuda. That was a better possession, though. And Phillips, he felt good, and he hit it. They got to improve their percentage up from behind the arc this half.
Richardson.
He answers.
Answers on the other end. A nice shot there by Richardson into Jonathan. Crumpler looking to push. Crumpler to Riley. Riley goes baseline. Scott on the throwdown by Joshua with a nice pass.
You can feel the intensity pick up here in this one.
Very much so. As nice move there by Phillips. Ball going down. Good defense there.
Referees looking at each other on that one to confirm the call.
A nice 2-on-1 break there for Antigua, where we saw Scott finishing above the rim with a beautiful pass by Joshua. Scott again. Scott to Richardson. Richardson out to Joshua. Joshua ripped by Crumpler. Beautiful rip by Crumpler. Crumpler goes all the way to the basket. Crumpler finishes a steal. As we see Crumpler not just selling, he's trying to get out in transition. He's going to the basket. This is what you like to see from Crumpler.
Riley doesn't agree with that call right in front of us.
And that's
looked tough. As Richardson tells his teammate, you were wide open, you got to shoot it.
As Joshua he's upset. Richardson inside to Luby. Luby blows the layup, enough chances by Luby as Burton was there. Ripped it out of the hands of the defender and finishes. As Luby that's Crumpler. Crumpler working the dribble. Moves on the crossover. Crumpler. Nice pass.
Oh, Phillips.
Beautiful pass there by Jones, and Phillips throws it down on a nice backdoor pass and a backdoor cut by Phillips. And
Burden.
a nice floater there by Burton. 47-36. Here comes Phillips. Out to Jones. Jones to Phillips. Phillips, Crumpler. Crumpler, no good. That's Scott. Finds Burton. Burton, he is hammered.
She's down with an arm injury, and we'll be right back.
As we are back here with you, as we saw Burton took a hard fall after running the lane. And he was knocked out of the air, but he is tough and he is staying in there. As we see Davis in now, and Davis.
Well, once a player gets needs medical attention, you have to sub him per FIBA rules. So that's why Davis is in shooting these free throws for Burden.
As Davis misses the first and hits the second. Crumpler. 12-point lead for Antigua. Crumpler. Crumpler fires, no good.
Short.
You can see Crumpler's looking for his shot, but nothing going for him in here in the second half. Davis. Nice block there by Jones as he pins Davis on the glass. Phillips.
A lot of contact.
We saw Joshua and his coach exchanging a little words there as he was unhappy being taken out. That's Jason. To Phillips. To Jones. Jones, Crumpler. Another one, Crumpler.
Short
continues
again.
to struggle.
Lowe disagrees with that call.
And that's Kenya as he draws the foul. And Bermuda is in the bonus. he sinks them both. 50-36 now in favor of Antigua. Lee. Crumpler. Crumpler. Looking for the space. Oh, stolen there by Kenya again.
And an unsportsmanlike foul on Crumpler. Picking one up out of frustration.
Not good as we see Kenya goes crashing down. Timeout Bermuda. 50-36 is the score. We will be back with you. Action here in the third quarter with 3 minutes and 17 seconds. As if you are just joining us, that's Kenya, number 4 for Antigua, as he hits the first free throw, taking these free throws because he was fouled, and it was an unsportsmanlike foul. So it's 2 shots and possession of the basket. 2 shots and possession of the basketball. And the lead swells now. As it's a 16-point lead here to Scott. Scott to Richardson. Richardson gets the pick from Scott. Scott has been the downtown specialist here. Nice crossover by Richardson. Goes to the left. Nice move there by Richardson. Finishes in the lane. Phillips getting fancy, dancing. That's Lee. Riley. Riley to Jones. Jones goes to the rim. Nice scoop layup, but misses. Kenya. Kenya has done a nice job ever since he was inserted for McCoy. As we see Sargent about to check in.
Bermuda's bench not happy with that call, as you could hear the coach screaming in disgust.
Luby is out and Sargent is in as Jones comes out and Jonathan Lowe comes in.
Lloyd Peterkin is saying, let's go, boys. We can do this. We're proud of you. Go, Bermuda. So some Twitter action here. Show your support for your team. This fourth quarter is coming up. Just 2:31 left in this third.
Davis misses the first. Davis sinks the second. That's a fall on Scott. One more.
Joshua back in the game even after with the disagreement with his coach.
Crumpler. Phillips. Riley. Floater. Riley gets it back. Out to Phillips. Crumpler wide open, and he hits. Finally. He gets one to go here in the third. Davis. The running shot by Davis in the hands of Lee. Lee to Phillips.
Crumpler now 3 of 12 on the evening.
Crumpler all the way to the basket. Misses on the layup. It's kind of surprising here, Kyle, that we haven't seen Jason Simons, the sniper for Bermuda.
Well, especially when you're trailing, you know. 3-pointers get you back into the game real quickly.
As we see Sargent goes to work on Jones. Turn around, nice defense there by Jonathan Lowe, sorry. That's Riley. Riley across court to Lee. Lee. Back to Riley. Riley. To Lowe. Lowe blows the layup. Tied up, down low.
You see Crumpler, short on a couple 3-pointers, got a rest, and then able to come in and hit one.
Well, that one was wide open, and he took his time on that one, but he's still struggling here for Bermuda. He has to get it going. Ooh, nice cross over there. Lost the handle. A nice patience there by Jonathan Lowe, and finishes under the basket. 55 of 41 now. Out Joshua. Good defense. Good defense there. Phillips goes baseline. Nice there by Phillips. And here comes Bermuda pushing and looking to close out the quarter.
As inbound stolen by Riley, and he's going to get the opportunity to cut it to 10.
Good. It's Richardson in disbelief and disappointment. And he doesn't want a part of nothing to do with the coach. As he says, he want to finish the quarter out. Riley. Good. You can imagine if the Bermuda fans has to be going crazy with a nice comeback here from their team. Their team was down 18 points with like 2 minutes and change, and what a turnaround here.
A nice run there.
That's Joshua to Burton. Inside to Sargent. To Davis. He's blocked. He is blocked, and that's traveling. Good defense by Bermuda.
And a chance to cut it to 8 before the end of this.
Crumpler.
5 left in the quarter.
Crumpler from deep. Riley. No good.
As momentum took him into the scorer's table.
Yeah, as he came crashing down at the end of 3, 55-44, 11-point deficit for Bermuda headed into the fourth quarter. We will be back with you with more action. Back with you here, and day 5, game 1. CBC Games, downtown Rotown Multisport Complex. A nice one here, entering the fourth quarter, 55-44 in favor of the yellow team, Antigua.
And remember this game.
What defense by Bermuda. Also, it's a very important game for both teams, Kyle.
Yeah, I mean, this game earns you a spot in the semifinals. 11-point difference. Bermuda can still get back into this one.
Also, second place in the group.
Yeah. And an off-the-ball foul.
You do not want to pick up early Chiefs foul if you're Antigua starting the fourth quarter, especially with a team fighting from behind.
If Bermuda's able to get in the bonus early, it only helps them.
It very much so. Also, I would like to see if the coach and staff for Bermuda is going to play Simons, Jason, number 10. He has been
effective the whole tournament.
Right, get that stuff out of here, says the Luby.
Lock that into the molten banner. As we have a break, we're going to check Twitter real quick. 2 tweets in support of Bermuda from Trina Nicole and Lloyd Peterkin. Come on, Bermuda, we can do this. And way to finish the quarter. Keep it up. Let's get this, Bermuda. As Phillips hits the shot.
Cut the deficit now to single digits.
As we've seen his fair share of comebacks here in this tournament so far.
As they have been able to take away that deep 3 ball from Scott. Nice defense there by Riley.
And we see McCoy into the game with his 4 fouls.
Nice defense there by Lee, closing out. Crumpler getting fancy. To Phillips.
10 to shoot.
Guarded by Joshua. Phillips again. Phillips, he's dancing. Phillips. To Low. Low shot
nice
is
shot.
good. Bada bing, bada boom by Low. Baseline jumper is good. 55-48. 7-point lead now for Antigua, and here comes Bermuda. McCoy misses. The layup follows blown. A nice save in the hands of Crumpler. It's an even 2-on-2. Crumpler thought about it. Looks for the trail, and Jonathan gets it to Phillips as they set up a play here. Bermuda.
Low with it. Nice spin move.
A beautiful spin move by Jonathan, and the Bermuda bench is loving it. A 6. Out to Scott. Scott misses.
I mean, nice start. 6:01 to start the quarter.
Nice run there. A beautiful run here by Bermuda, as we see. Probably a little winded. Jonathan, he exits, and Jason Lowe is in. To Scott. Inside, Sargent. Nice strong move in the hands of guess who? Crumpler goes to the rim. Crumpler, nice as he goes crashing. A nice save there.
Nice hustle from Riley to keep the possession going.
Putting his body on the line. Was coming crashing down and was able to get it to Phillips. Riley with the runner. And they're within 3 now.
What a start to this fourth quarter.
An 8-0 run by Bermuda. Putting everything on the court. All on the line. McCoy. Out. Joshua. Across court to Scott. A nice shot there by McCoy.
To stop
silences the bench and stop the run of Bermuda. 58-52. Crumpler to Jason. Jason Lowe. Guarded by Sargent. Blows by Sargent. Nice move there. He is fouled. Let's see if it was on the ground or in the act of shooting.
Two shots, says the
as he
referee.
was in the act of shooting. 58-52.
And Jonathan Lowe right back into the game after that short rest.
As we see Lee exits and in steps Steve Simons. The coach now looking to spread the floor a little more for Bermuda.
I mean, now that they're able to get some things going inside, let's see if that three-point shot opens up for them.
As we all been seeing this tournament, free throws down the stretch are the most
crucial. I mean, difference makers, honestly.
As we see Jason Lowe misses on the first. And hits the second. It's now 5-point lead for Antigua. We have McCoy, Burton, Scott, Richardson, and Luby for Antigua. We have Steve Simons, Jonathan Lowe. Scott misses, controlled by Jonathan. Jonathan Lowe. We have Jonathan Lowe, Simons, Phillips, Riley, and Jason Lowe. That's Jason. To Phillips. Phillips. Guarded by Scott. Phillips. Too strong.
Unable to hit the rim, and it's a shot clock violation.
Not a very good possession there, as coach for Antigua wants a timeout and gets a timeout. What are some stats here for us, Kyle?
I think the biggest thing to note is that run to start the quarter. Bermuda comes into this down 11, and with 5:30 left, it's just a 5-point ball game. They make their way back from trailing by 18 points in the third quarter. So very impressive from them to turn it around.
Very much so, as they still have not been shooting well from beyond the arc, but they are right in this ball game.
And we do have the opportunity to take a look at social media right now, and Twitter, Trina Nicole saying, yes, Bermuda, let's go. We're on a run after that start to the quarter. And then Joey McKenzie for Antigua says, let's hold on, wrap this up, guys. So, I mean, Twitter, very active once again. We love your guys' support. Thank you all.
Yeah, do not be ashamed to or afraid to represent your island, as we are loving the tweets coming in. Also, check us out on Facebook. Like the page, Caribbean Basketball Confederation, as we have a nice game here. 58-53. It's a 5-point lead for Antigua, who had Bermuda up 18 at one point in the ball game, but Bermuda not going away. That's McCoy.
McCoy with 4 fouls.
To Burton. That's a gutsy move there by the coaching staff for Antigua, as McCoy has 4 fouls. One more and he's done. That's probably the trust in your team, in your player, if you're a coaching staff. Richardson thought about it. Richardson thought about it. This time pulls. It is short. Rebound, Riley. Riley's activity has been great.
Almost stolen by Burton. They're just unable to control it and keep it in bounds.
Riley's activity has been great on the defensive end, also with some timely buckets. Phillips. Phillips to Jonathan. Back to Jason. Jason pulls, it is short. Scott ahead to McCoy. A nice move there by McCoy. Beautiful finish. 60-53 now. That's Phillips. Phillips to Jason. Jason thought about it, pulls it back. Jason. And he's blocked by Luby. Beautiful play there as McCoy dumps it off to Burton. And here comes Antigua again. It's the plague of the timeouts. Ever since that timeout by Antigua, they have gone on a run here. Phillips. It's a 9-point lead now for Antigua. Phillips to Jason. Jason to Jonathan. Jonathan thought about a jump shot. Jason pulls. Jason, no good. As the ball remains. As we see Simons goes on the bench and Crumpler is in, as well as Lee. As we see Jason and Simons head to the bench. Crumpler guarded by McCoy. Lee. Lee shot, no, too strong in the hands of McCoy. McCoy ahead to Richardson. Richardson finds McCoy. Good defense there. Phillips.
And a reach-in foul.
Crumpler fouling away. Oh, tough luck there.
And then Riley is fouled underneath. He'll be able to go to the line and cut into this deficit.
As I said, once again, Riley's activity on both ends of the floor. That's
He's really had himself a game since starting this second half. Coach put him in the lineup to come out. He had the 4 early points, and then he's been able to get to the line, be active on the glass ever since.
He's been the glue here for Bermuda.
Unable to hit that first free throw, though.
As he misses. It's a 9-point lead for Antigua. 3 minutes and 13 seconds on the game clock. And he misses. Across court to Richardson. Richardson to Luby. Luby guarded by Jonathan to Richardson. Richardson. Burton lobs it. Luby. Good defense. They tried to get it inside to Luby.
9 points. Stolen by Antigua. Coy is able to put in the layup, and the lead is now double digits.
Crumpler tried to get it to Phillips. Phillips was not looking. A nice shot again by Lowe, working on the hook shot, down in the post. A 9-point game again.
Almost stolen by Riley. Ball's loose.
And we see a foul there on Richardson. timeout. Bermuda 64-55 is your score. We will be back with you right after this timeout with more action. All right, we are back here with you live, coming from the Multipurpose Sports Complex, Day 5 of the Caribbean Basketball Confederation Men's Championships 2015, where this game is a very important one for both teams, Bermuda and Antigua in action, 64-55 in favor of Antigua, and the winner gets a spot in the semifinals. He misses the second. It's a 10-point lead now. That's Phillips. As
Riley once again gets fouled.
Hammered. And he is shaken up a little, but he's back on his feet. And he's good on the first. Now single-digit deficit. And Riley hits them both. 8-point lead.
As Bermuda breaks into a press. Last touch by Phillips.
That was nearly a steal there for Bermuda. They're down, but they're not out. But chances are taken away. Richardson. Burton, nice fake there as it's ripped by Lee. Beautiful play by Lee.
Huge defensive play.
Crumpler fires away. It is good. Here comes Bermuda again.
A last chance effort from them as they trail by 6 with 1:15 remaining in the game.
As Antigua as Bermuda is not in the bonus as yet. That's Crumpler's 4th foul. And there goes Crumpler. He's out. Not a wise play there by Crumpler. Crumpler fouls out as
he was surprised by that being his 5th.
Not being aware of his fouls.
And he has picked up 2 quick ones.
Not very wise there by Crumpler at all. As he is one of the deadly guys from beyond the arc, and threes can help you right now.
14 seconds on the shot clock. 1:05 left in the game. Layup is short, but Luby's there to get the tip.
Phillips. Phillips puts his head down. Low underneath, and he is grabbed.
When do you start playing the foul game here?
Well, it starts. You gotta hit these free throws. If you hit these both free throws, you're down 6. You're trying to get the steal. There are 54 seconds. There's no
44.
That's 44 seconds here on the game clock. I wouldn't foul. Try to get the steal. If you see they're running out too much clock, then you start to play the fouling game. If you're Bermuda, but you are trying to get a quick steal and a quick 3 if you're Bermuda.
As he's able to hit both. And there it is right there.
And now it all comes down to Antigua capitalizing on these free throws. As McCoy, really impressive, playing with 4 fouls the whole quarter.
Good discipline. But he misses the first.
You see what it all comes down to, Kyle, here. You got to hit these free throws to put teams away.
He hits the second.
To Jason. Oh, nice crossover there. To get that stuff out of here, says Luby.
Luby's been protecting the rim with reckless abandonment. 7 blocks in this game for Luby.
Man, what a block by Luby. As Jason Lowe thought he had a layup.
But he
and
hits
now
the
he
throwers.
hits the 3. And Jonathan ties up McCoy, and McCoy headed back to the line now.
Well, he went 1 of 2 last time. See if he can improve. He hits. McCoy misses. Rebound fought for. And it's off of Phillips. That's huge as Antigua's able to keep possession. There's a wet spot on the floor that's going to be attended to.
$69 to 64.
As Scott gets fouled now, and he'll go to the line to shoot a pair.
This one is ticking away. I'm not counting it out as yet, as seeing Jason Lowe hit a desperation three there.
He's
Scott
able to hit the first.
nails the first. And
You got to
that-
look at that rebound on the last miss when it was out by Phillips. Bermuda would have had a chance. Down 5.
Scott sinks them both.
Now it's a 7-point deficit with 20 seconds left. Riley short. Riley again. Short again. And the rebound was out of bounds, but tough to see a way back in this for Bermuda now.
As Riley had some good looks, but that's where you had like Crumpler to take that shot, more so of Riley, but Crumpler fouled out of the game late here in the fourth.
Phillips airballs the 3. And that is that.
Antigua wraps it up here in game 1. They will move on and head on to the semis, finishing the preliminaries with a 3-1 record. Antigua 71-64 your final score. A nice hard-fought battle by Bermuda, just coming up short. And what are our final stats here as we head into game 2 here, Kyle? Game 2 is Barbados and the Cayman Islands, but some final stats for us and our viewers.
Well, for Antigua, Scott led the team with 19 points, while Luby had 11 rebounds and 7 blocks. Really protected the rim in that one. On the other side, Bermuda, 15 points by Crumpler. Phillips had 7 rebounds and 4 assists as well. When you look at the team stats, Antigua was able to shoot 38% from the floor while Bermuda shot 30. 3 points seemed to be the problem as Bermuda was 6 of 30 from downtown, Antigua 5 of 14. When you look at rebounds, Antigua had a slight edge, 44-37, and that was a key as Antigua actually led the whole way, starting the game on that 10-2 run. And then, even though there were some ties throughout the game, they never lost. They were never trailing. I'm Kyle Murphy for this one, and I'm alongside Keno Gums. We'll be back with you guys in just under 30 minutes for the Cayman Islands versus Barbados.